journey has been nothing short of interesting and inspiring.
This is what happened.
At just 18, he signed his first professional contract with Novalda CF in Valencia, Spain, making history as the first Welsh player to ever join the team, which, by the way, famously beat FC Barcelona in 2003. Known for his unbelievable agility and dribbling skills, he doesn't just take the spotlight on the field. No, his contagious joy for life shines just as brightly off it. After signing with Salisbury FC in the UK at 19 and modelling for a top agency called MKAI, he made a bold move to Catawba 21, where we are today. Despite all his success, he's humble and grounded, but very, very confident too. So without further ado, please welcome my good friend, the one and only Shawnee Benham. Let's start off with a common international debate. Soccer or football?
Football.
What you
You
talking
didn't even need to finish that sentence. Football was the answer.
Okay, well that just ruined everything I'd planned, but it's fine. Let's start by you taking us back to where you started soccer and how you became the Shawnee Benham we see today.
So I didn't actually start football until quite late, compared to most people in the UK. Start like young, like 6, 5, 4, like their dads would make them play. I never did that. So I played rugby. My brother was a professional rugby player. So I sort of looked up to him and played rugby. Did a bit of athletics as well. I was quick, so I ran the 100 metres. I didn't actually start football until my 10th birthday, when my dad bought me a pair of boots and basically just said, you're going to go and train with this team. Some like team in the middle of Cardiff. You would know this place called Fairwater, which is like a very rough area. So I was absolutely pooing myself just to be in the area, let alone play football. Yeah, so I went there, started playing for them for about a year, enjoyed it, and then within a year, 2 years, I was in love. I loved the sport. I loved watching the sport. I loved watching Man United, Ronaldo at the time when he was back at United. Yeah, and I think all my family is quite a sporty family, so it was quite easy to, like, you know, integrate with my siblings playing football, rugby, so it was easy, yeah.
That's crazy, because it took you 8 years and then you signed your first professional contract at 18.
Yeah.
And then you went UK, Spain, Wales and USA in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I have dabbled in some nations.
Why so many changes?
I don't think it was a planned thing. I didn't think, okay, I'm going to try and knock off as many countries as possible.
Tickle geography.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. I think when I was younger, I was set in Cardiff, Wales. I was happy there. I think just the older I got, opportunities did arise to go to different places. And now that I am older, I'm so happy that I made those decisions, because I think to be able to play in all these different countries is like, it's quite rare. Like, I know a lot of footballers who have played at good levels, high levels, but not many can say, yeah, I've played in 4 countries like I can. Yeah. So I'm happy that I went down that route. Yeah,
I mean, I'm lucky to know you a little bit, like friends, you know.
Colleagues.
Colleagues. But how did you adjust to everything? Like 4 countries, 4 completely different like cultures, and different teammates. Like, you did that consistently.
I think it was different for each one. Going from, for example, Wales to Spain, that's not just like going to the US, that's a different language, different culture. It wasn't easy. I think that was probably the hardest one, going from the UK to Spain, because I was young at the time, 18, 19. I was by Alicante, which is obviously a big city, but where I was actually staying was a place called Novelda, which was about 20 minutes from Alicante, and that was like an old school Spain town where like no one spoke English. So I had to like learn, you know, hello, my name is, and all that stuff.
Duolingo.
Yeah, like you're pretty and all that stuff.
Yeah, football players.
Yeah, but yeah, so it was tough, I think, adapting to those things. But like I said, I think the fact that I was young and doing it, I think that helped me, because I was sort of, you know, young and fearless. I didn't really care. Obviously, you know me now, I'm not really someone who cares about whether I get judged or not. But when I was 18, I was even worse. As
really?
Yeah, I did not give a flying whatever about what anyone thought. So I was in Spain, I couldn't understand what these people were saying. Well, like giving it large in the change room. They probably thought I was an idiot. Being away from family was hard. I had a girlfriend at the time as well. So there's like a lot of things, I think, going on which made me miss home like a lot. I think probably was maybe one of the reasons I actually called it a day in Spain, just because I think again, I was young, and to be away from your family and friends and loved ones, for the first time it's tough. But yeah, so that one was probably the hardest. I think the older I've got, the more I've learned it's actually a positive thing to being away. I love my family to bits. I love my hometown. I love my friends. I love everything to do with Cardiff and Wales. But if I can get out and experience different cultures, different people, meeting South Africans, South Americans, I think it's just cool to sort of experience that. So
yeah, was there like a team environment that you like the system you just thrived in that you loved?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've had good times in a lot of the teams I've played in, this being one of the best. Like, being in America has been class. In terms of if I had to compare the best, I'd probably say when I was 18 and I was at Newport, I was with a lot of boys who I'd grown up with for like years, or like knew for years.
It's like brotherhood.
Yes. So even though here, you've seen me with some lads, I get on with some lads and I know I'll be friends with them for life. But it was different there because we'd already had like 8-9 years knowing each other.
Yeah.
So when we were finally allowed to be in one room, all of us together, playing football, getting money for it, like we thought we were the dogs and stuff.
Ronaldo 2.0.
Yeah, we were loving it. So I think you've seen the videos and things. Like all we were doing was just dancing in the changing room, laughing.
I mean, Mr. Social Butterfly is your reputation over here.
The king of the night.
Okay,
we'll take Social Butterfly.
How did you find that balance between socializing and working hard, like knowing when to turn on and turn off? Because I mean, people always have that ideology of like, okay, if I'm going to be a professional, it's win at all costs, one thing, that's it. I mean, in your case, you seem to do it all.
Yeah, I think knowing when to turn it off is still a struggle sometimes. But I think you can be very well driven, and I think that's important. Within football, if you want to achieve things, you've got to be insanely driven. You've got to almost be mad. Like, you've got to be like obsessed with it. Like I said, some of the boys I know who have gone to the highest levels, they don't just love football, they're obsessed with it. Like, annoyingly. Like, I'll be chatting with them and then football. They speak about football. I'll speak about something else, football. Mate, like, give it a rest. Let's speak about something else. So I think, yes, you have to be driven, but I think balance is important, because I think although, yes, I'm so like down for trying to achieve everything you can achieve, work insanely hard, you know, be the best person you possibly can be, I think I'm a big advocate of we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know, whether it's you break a leg and you can't play football again, whether it's a family member goes ill, like anything can happen tomorrow. So I'm a big advocate of living in the now. Like, yes, work insanely hard and plan for the future, but the future's not promised. Today, you know, what's that quote from Uguay? Master Uguay, Kung Fu Panda. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So he's right. I'm all for pursuing, whether it's sport, career, business, relationships, whatever it is, but also remember, tomorrow's not promised. Enjoy every single moment now in the present. Even the little things, this now, having a podcast in a cold room with my close friend. Yeah,
for sure. But have you always had that mentality?
I don't know. I think I've been through adversity, on the field, off the field. So that probably like shaped a bit more of that mentality. I think growing up as a kid, I wasn't from the wealthiest of families, and my mum was pretty poor basically, and there was quite a lot of us. There was like 5 of us as siblings. So there was a very mentality of gratefulness. Like, you've got to be grateful for whatever you get. For example, if I go to my friend's house for dinner, who maybe had a bit more money, like, I'd be super thankful. Like, after everything, thank you for this, thank you for that. And they were like, you're so polite, but it's just, that's the mentality we grew up with, because we didn't have much. So yes, I think I had that mentality. Obviously it's been a bit more sculpted now I have a better understanding of life. And I think with other things I've had to be through, whether it's football, injuries, relationships, friends, family, issues, all of, like, once you sort of deal with those issues, I think that makes you a stronger person and have a more of a mentality of stuff can go really bad, so when it is good, enjoy it. And I think when you go through a little bit of bad, you realise actually how much is good. So the smallest of things. I remember speaking to Noah, obviously you know Noah, one of the boys who play with here. So I remember speaking to him, it was like a normal day, we were training, like we were doing a warm-up, nothing special, we were a little bit bored. I literally turned around and be like, how like lucky are we that I'm here now, cracking jokes, making fun of you, like having a laugh with a bunch of boys, 2-3 p.m. on a Wednesday, just playing football, kicking the ball about. Like, I've got no real worries. I go home after, I have some food, I'll speak with you a lot later, I'll probably do a bit of band practice, like, do you know what I mean? So I think even in moments where you think, oh, there's not much to be happy about there, it's important to realise actually, if you step back and just look at it, you've got so much to be grateful for, you know?
That's beautiful. Oh, that was deep.
Thank you. 40 minutes.
Well, I mean, you're still young now, so what's your plans next?
Yeah, I've been asked this quite a bit. There's nothing definitive, so I don't have a set, like, this one I'm going to go into. I think my biggest goals in sort of life is just like happiness. And I think the things that bring happiness for me have always been, like we said, friends, family, love, the enjoyment of life. So I think I want to sort of keep striving to get that. Like I said, half and half, the sort of balance. I also do want to achieve what I have the potential to achieve.
In football terms?
I wouldn't just say in football terms. Yes, in football terms. I think I was blessed with a gift to play football.
Yeah, I mean, Navalda is Mr. Talented, has taken the field.
But yeah, so I think I've been given a talent in that arena. So yes, I think pursuing that sort of long-term career, I know I've had glimpses here and there, but to have a long-term career in the game is definitely something I want, and I think I have the capability to do so. But I don't think that's it. I think fortunately I've been blessed with other gifts. I think I can converse quite well. I like music. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy music. I'm a movie nerd, so there's a lot of other aspects of life which I really, one, thoroughly enjoy, and two, I'm lucky enough to be good at.
Yeah.
So again, there's no set in stone that's only going to be one thing. Yes, at the moment I'm in a football sort of career environment, sure, but there's other things I'm always looking for. So there's no exact plan. I know I'm going to Australia next to live for a while, to play football and study, so that'll be cool. But I think it's very much the case of like, I'm picking it up as I go along, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's important, because I just preached about the whole live in the now. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm sort of practicing what I'm preaching, so I think I'll find the exact next step.
I mean, it seems like it works.
Yeah, I've been lucky so far. I've been alright, but
yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing to plan. I think, like, in terms of if you were to read success books and things, that's the way to do it. So sure, do that. But like I said, I'm a big advocate of trying to you know, conquer the world, but also enjoy the world.
I want to ask you the one question that I ask everyone that I interview is, what's your definition of success?
What's my definition of success? I need a second for this one. What's my definition of success? Having a positive impact on this world. Simple as that. Not like just having a positive impact on this world, whether be it through career and making money and having the ability to help others financially, whether it's the ability to help others laugh. If you're born with sort of the gift of the gab and you make people laugh, I think that is, for me, success. So I think, yeah, a bit philosophical mind, but I do think just having a positive impact on the world is the best success anyone can have. Of course, there's little wins in terms of career, money and things.
I mean, we work at the CAF, surely.
Tight. That's not success. Success is just having fun, you know? Yeah. I'm sure maybe one day I'll have a different output on that, but yeah, I think success is just being a good person, you know? Yeah. For example, my mum, to bring her back, she is not very rich, she never had any money. Hopefully she doesn't watch this, but she's not the most gifted at anything. She's not the funniest, she's not the sportiest, she's not a lot. She's the nicest woman you'll ever meet. The nicest woman you'll ever meet. She'll put other people in front of her all the time. Overall, her like genuine heart, she's a great woman. So in my head, you could argue that she's not successful. Loads of issues in her life. She's not successful on paper. But in my opinion, to be a person that like pure and good, and also have a family of 5, you know, talented kids in different ways, for me that's success. For a woman of that age, she's insanely successful. So
she's been the most influential person in your life, you think? Or a coach, or?
I wouldn't say influential. She was never really into sport. Her main focus was always just getting by, like making sure we're okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, because things weren't easy. So I think that was her focus. It never was sport and things. So I wouldn't say she's my most influential person. I would say my brother, my brothers, they're all older, and my sister actually, they're all, I'm the younger sibling, so they were quite good to look up to in certain ways. You know, to learn what to do, what not to do, see if they failed at this, then at least I know. I think we all have an idea of that in the family. That
yeah, I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
You see the older sibling, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes like they need to fail, or they need to like.
They need to do something, and then you'll do it.
Yeah. So I think we're lucky as the younger siblings that almost they're the guinea pigs. Like they tried that, it didn't work.
Trial and error.
Yeah, literally. So like they tried that, it didn't work. Okay, well I'll try this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm the youngest, so I've had like he'll try this, he tried that.
You've had 5.
Yeah. It's just filtered down, so that's why I'm perfect. You know, because I just know exactly.
Okay, yeah, he's perfect. Not a flaw at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I think my siblings were influential on me big time. There's a lot of names in football. I could be here for a long time. Different coaches, different players I've played with, worked with.
But who stands out? One person.
I would say within the football world, this is probably a surprising answer considering the places I've been, the teams I've played for, but it was probably my school coach.
High school?
Yeah, my high school coach. He also coached like the county, but I kind of knew him through the school. Dan Hughes, he was called, shout out Dan. He was, I think he was my biggest influence because I think he changed a lot of my attitude and mentality. So as you know, I'm quite arguably like quite cocky person, quite confident.
No, never.
Yeah, but when I was younger, it was like the other way. Like I'm like, I like to say, funnily like arrogant. Now, when I was younger, it was like I thought I was God's given gift to the world. No one could tell me anything. So
you're stubborn as well.
Yeah, literally. I think like I could have gone to Manchester United Academy. They'd have said, "Do this." I go, "I'm Shawnee Benham. I know what I'm doing." You know, football or not football. But he sort of erased that, I think, from me. I think I was at maybe crossroads when I was, 13, 14, 15, where it was, do I maybe go that route of football, trying this, trying that, trying to achieve things, or do I do what maybe a lot of people in cities like Cardiff do and go the other way, maybe whether it's just like sesh, drugs, drink, girls, well, girls are both sides, but
I'm not putting that in.
I could have gone either way.
Yeah.
And I think he was a big part to play in me going this way. The best example I can give is when I was in I think year 9, so I don't know if you guys do the same school years, about 14.
Like we say grade 9.
Yeah, about 14 years old. I love Les Mis, the show Les Miserables, you know, the French. Do you hear the people sing? You don't know Les Mis? Thanks for having me today, and that's it. Are you serious? You don't know Les Mis? Okay, well it's a famous...
I was raised on normal TV.
It's like, no... Whoa, rewind. Normal TV, this is art. I think it's allowed. Can I just play you a song quick?
Please.
Listen to this. Which one should I show you? Oh, I know the one. Do you know, I dreamed a dream of time gone by. Uneducated. Seriously uneducated.
Maybe it's just
I'm not even
voice.
show you. Do you know, I'm taking pride. I'm not even... this.
I dreamed that love would never die.
You don't know this? Oh, I'm almost angry. Les Mis is a musical. It's the world's biggest musical. It's based on like a French Revolution. It's just a very good musical. Anyway, I loved that. I was obsessed with it as a kid. Listened to the songs like all the time. My school were doing like a Cardiff Welsh edition of the show. So this came up, and like deep down I thought, nah, like you've got to go for that. Like that's Les Mis. You love Les Mis. You can hold a note. You're not a great singer, but you can hold a note. You can act. You got it. You could do it. Anyway, my sister auditioned, and she got it. She got her role as I can't remember her name, but the one who sings "On My Own." She's one of the main characters. She got that. So that like again was like feeling my sister. She's got it. Like you've got to go into it. Anyway, after a lot of thinking to myself, I thought, do you know what? Like I didn't say this to anyone because I was too cool. The footballer, the cool kid in the year, was not going to go and
do theatre.
Yeah, I'm not going to be with the nerds in the school show. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I made the decision, I'm not going to do it. And he knew full well that this coach now, he knew full well that I was obsessed with it. He literally came in, and he was never like strict. He was very nice guy. He was quite young, like an older brother type vibe. Anyway, he came in, and it was the first time ever he'd put his foot down. He's like, "You're going, like you're doing it." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I don't want to do it." He's like, no, you're doing it. So I was like, alright, like, I guess I'm doing it then. So I went and did the audition, and got the role of Gavroche, who was like this little kid who was a bit cheeky chap. So I fit in well. And yeah, I did the show, and it turned out to be one of the best experiences in my entire life. And that was, thanks to him. So now look at me, if I was in any, you give me a Les Mis show now, I'd do it like this.
For sure.
So I think...
I mean, Friday night, we've got our personal performance. You singing, right? Brickhouse Band.
Yeah. I'm not going to say much. We've had 2 performances before. You've missed both, right? And they were more like rock.
I saw on the Instagram. I stalked the Instagram.
Yeah, but it's never as good. I want to clarify this online. It's never as good. Like, it's so much better in real life. When I do it, I come off thinking, oh my word, I'm a joke. Go back and watch it. It's like, man, it sounds rubbish. Do you know what I mean?
That's actually Shawnee's life. He thinks he's one thing, and then he actually, when people rehearse what he says, he's not so good.
I thought you were trying to say he's better in real life. Alright, fair enough. It's not Friday, it's Saturday, and trust me, we've got something up our sleeve. Mm-hmm. We normally do rock, right? We're normally AC/DC, Highway to Hell.
Christmas carols.
No. Noah has left the band now, for obvious reasons. So it's now just me and Wampa, me and the guitarist, the acoustic guitarist, no
Okay.
Wampa, right? So we've changed the vibe. We're not going to do rock anymore, AC/DC. We're going to do full-blown, staring into eyes, ballads, love ballads. I'm going to woo the crowd.
I better be front row.
You be
I
front
better
row.
be front
I'm
row.
be full eye contact. The song hasn't started yet.
Okay, let's just let's end it on that.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing your incredible story and emphasizing your ability to fit in every environment. I'm not going to boost your ego, but I mean, honestly, your love for people, for life, for just anything you do is actually contagious. It's helped me a lot to also adjust to different things in my life. Like, we plan one thing, but life happens, you know. Just adapt and adjust. Those that do it faster achieve more, which is obvious in your career.
100%.
So,
Can I just add to that?
Please do.
Just on what you just said then. Just literally came up, as you were saying that, I was going, you're so right, and that's what I said. And I remembered, Charlie Chaplin said, life in a close-up is a horror, but in a, I don't know what the word is, like a, but in a
From
far,
a distance.
yeah, from a distance, basically, it's a comedy. And the way he describes it is that if you're in the mix and you're in life, everything's a horror, everything's worried, stressful, anxious. You step away and just actually sit back and just look at it. In the grand scheme of things, let's say now you stand up, turn around, and just slap me in the face and walk out. I would be stressed. I'm like, why did I just do that? Like, that was so uncalled for. Well, maybe it wasn't uncalled for, but that was so like random. What the hell? Like, I'd be, you know, thinking about it for days. But if I just stepped back and thought about it, even in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? Like, I'm still breathing, my family's still breathing. It's probably something that we'll deal with in a week's time. We'll be friends again. Like, I think if you just step back in any life situation, whether it's moving country, playing a different sport, if you just step back and take a sort of far view from it, it's a lot easier to look in third person as, you're good, don't worry, just keep going.
There's your conclusion. So, thank you so much. Thank you. And until next time. Thanks, Shawnee.
Thank you.